back to Dungeons & Dragons with all my friends here. Another Therosian Tales. Oh yeah, I need to hit record as well because we are attempting to record this at the same time so that we don't have audio problems. Turn everybody back on. There we go. Hi everybody, you're all turned on.
Yay! Hello everyone.
No, I'm not. I'm not one of your followers.
You're not a pansexual. That's perfectly fine. Not everybody has to be. The world is better if everybody's slightly different.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the world is better if everybody's not. I was gonna. Oh god.
Alright, so alright gamers, let's go. We've had audio the last 2 games. All of our awesome playing disappeared and is not
Well, neither do we. We have no idea what's going on.
I like occulting as it were. I'm gonna go do some occulting.
Just doing hot Argus's family has been living in secret, quote unquote, in shame, in fake shame, using that fake shame to make other Minotaurs not want to come down here because they're like, ugh, they're just being lazy Minotaurs. They're not actually doing anything important when what they're doing is something so important. But because the fail rate is so high, they did not want other Minotaurs being dragged down with them. But they have been successfully preventing an invasion from another dimension.
Yay. And can we clear? How long have they been engaged in this fight? Just to clarify.
So here's the thing. A long fucking time. Actually, so long that your parents are here. Your parents
are dead.
Dropped you off in the Therosian world. They went there, dropped you off in the care of the city, and then came back to continue fighting. And so tonight, your parents are going to be showing up here. So, what are your parents' names?
Oh God, we've never even gone through that. I don't even know if I have those written down. Let's see.
This is my favorite thing to do. It's like a reverse DM thing where it's like the player goes, oh yeah, what are their names? What are the dwarves' names, DM?
Okay, well, I can do that. I've bullshitted my way through a DM session or two in my life.
So here I am to the players going, okay, so what are the name of your parents that died in that fire? Oh no.
Well, obviously my father would be Jason, because, Jason and then the Argonauts.
Okay.
Cool. And, let's go with Persephone for my mom's name. It's a nod to one of my other D&D friends.
Yeah, good one.
Parents are actually from another dimension. They're actually Sunshine and Jericho.
Oh God! It really should be, because that would make so much sense with the multi-world and fragments of us existing.
And it makes sense why you're a Minotaur.
Well, let's not get too. I like Jason Persephone.
one, the mushroom. I didn't even know it had a name.
I forgot that thing.
Oh yeah, I thought that was like her adventure.
Yeah, I thought it was something. Yeah, when she said that, I was in agreement. I thought it was supposed to be like a joke pointed towards the concerned citizens.
Oh, well.
Her name was Spur of the Moment because they had to make it.
Their name is Spur of the Moment.
Okay, so can we explore that for a second
Okay.
before we move on?
Yeah.
So was Spite? I'm going to be talking to her, but I'm going to do this kind of meta, so we don't have to take a whole lot of time doing it.
Okay.
Was she adventuring with Spite? Like, how did all three of these people get here? The redhead, Spite, and Spur of the Moment.
Spur of the Moment. They say that. Let's see. I don't have my question, so I'll just go with them. No, we all arrived here at different times.
Oh, is your name Ilona?
No. We are Spur of the Moment.
Oh, that's why it's we. It's because they're the collective consciousness. That's right.
Yes.
Right. Because they're myconids. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the mushroom hive mind.
I chose a cute mushroom image. A cute mushroom boy image for it. But, it's actually Spar from Breath of Fire 2. Spur of the Moment. Okay. So, other things that happened was you guys discovered that the shield, if you speak the formula, blasts gravity from one side. The other side is covered in stuff, and so it doesn't seem to be as shiny columns here light up massive form of wall that boosts you until you're moving faster and faster and faster.
Wait, which one does? The hallway? When you run through it, or when you get launched through it? Okay, yeah.
So far,
Magic that manipulates magnetic propulsion.
yes. But I want to try and replace the word magnetic.
Magic propulsion?
I like it. A magic propulsion field like that.
That's all. Talking to people is amazing because you think you're saying everything and then you're not.
Yeah, we had another question, Eddie. When Thorn identified the shield, did he identify a way that the charges would recharge?
They don't. So you guys have one charge. Yeah, you guys have one charge left.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got to be pretty darn sure what we're gonna do. So when I leveled up, I swapped out I swapped out a catapult for. I realized that I had one too many spells on my list, so I had to get rid of one of my spells, and I decided to get rid of catapult.
Okay.
Before I get rid of catapult, because this is all kind of happening at the same time, can I cast it on a rock and see if that triggers the acceleration? Like cast it on a rock and then shoot that rock down the hallway and see if that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. That'll be the last time that I use catapult then.
All right.
The rock's dead.
Yeah, so there's,
And I'm gonna shoot it towards the south. From the north end towards the south.
Okay.
The rock.
All right.
It's at 1 hit point.
It's at 1 hit point. Oh my god. Let's see.
That poor rock never knew what was coming.
Yeah. The rock dies. By the way. Just
It has a heroic. It actually has a heroic destiny.
Well, the thing with one of the lesser known things about the spell catapult is it actually does damage to the object being thrown as well as the object that's being hit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't read the spell in a very long time.
But anyways, yeah, so Argos is going to do that probably while he's still laying on the ground, and he threw the rock and it didn't work, and then he's like, catapult that rock.
All right. There you go.
Oh, there's a hole in the wall. Or there's a black... It's hard to see because you have a bit of the blackness or field of vision covering it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a hole or...
Let's go find out.
It looks like a hole. Eddie revealed the other half of it. It is definitely a hole.
Yay!
All right, we're learning.
We are learning. Argos looks at his finger as this rock just shoots at what has to be getting pretty close to the speed of light by the time it doubles 9 times as
Also,
it goes down the hallway.
I still think about what we talked about earlier before we just started this session and Eddie went live. Is we should figure out what's going on in this room.
Yes.
Just in case we go through this hole in the wall and possibly can't come back.
I agree. Let's figure out everything else before we go over there.
Yeah, because he just happened to come across the answer. There might be clues that lead to other people's solutions in this room.
Right. Hey, never discount Argos and his ability to accidentally and through pure rage and frustration blast a hole in a wall.
Well, isn't your god the one that likes it when you solve puzzles?
Yes, my god likes that, but Argos only has a 10 intelligence and a 11 wisdom, so he's average.
He's trying.
Anyways, I'll go ahead and come over here to. I guess we'll start with the beginning of the room, and we'll go over the thing that engulfed the shadow on the ground, or the marking on the ground that engulfed Ardonos, or however you say his name. And are you still giving me advantage on investigation because everybody's helping, Eddie?
So that was very specific. Let's see here.
We're just investigating the floor marking.
I've also been trying to concentrate on the detect magic, but it only lasts 10 minutes. Is it still active?
Yeah, you can detect some magic in here still. Let's see. The shadow on the ground is giving off necrotic magic, and the whole the little thing on the wall is also giving necrotic.
So you say it's a shadow on the ground. If I look up, is there anything casting that shadow?
No.
Okay.
Does anything happen when I interact with it, like poke it while I'm investigating it?
No.
Okay, so it just does it have it? We know it's necrotic. Does it have any? If nothing happens to it, does anything happen to me? Like, does it feel weird? Does it?
No, not. It's not like actively doing anything right now.
Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna come over here to the thing on the wall, and I'm not gonna stick my hand in it, Eddie. I am not sticking my hand in it.
Put your dick in it.
Just want to clarify that before I keep going. I am not sticking my hand in it.
Okay.
I would like to investigate the face of it. I don't. You might have given us a description on what it looks like already, but if you don't mind recapping that as well,
Yes,
I
the description was lost regardless. So it is an angry looking face with wild eyes, and an open mouth. You're
okay.
unable to see inside, and any light that you bring to it is does not penetrate the darkness inside the mouth.
Gotcha.
So inside is
Is
magical
it
darkness,
is it
possibly.
magical darkness that I cannot see in with my dark vision?
Yeah, your dark vision does not work in the darkness.
Gary, get the warlock. Oh, okay. Never mind. Gary's not here.
I'm the closest thing we have to a warlock, and I'm not a warlock.
Oh, you guys don't know about the warlock yet? Oh shit.
Pulls out a warlock from his pocket. I've had this the whole time.
I pull a patch off of my coat. It turns into a warlock.
It was a gnome. Pocket gnome. Throws gnome at somebody's face.
If only the robe of many things had a pocket gnome.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, all right. So you said it was just a face. Does the face resemble anybody specifically, or is it like the statues we don't recognize who this is?
You're not recognizing specifically who it is. There's traces of a hint, like if let's say you've seen plenty of statues of Heliod. So if Heliod had a father, this might be his dad.
Hey, Thorn, you know anything about the history behind old gods that could possibly look like this?
Let's see if I know the history behind this.
I can do a history check on that.
For religion, probably.
Rich, aren't you getting a benefit to your history checks?
Yeah,
right
I've
now?
got advantage on history.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Ardonis speaks up from behind as we're having this conversation. I was like, oh, yes, you, Ardonis, or however you say. I don't know how to say your name.
Ardonis.
It's like Adonis, but with an
Ardonis.
But with an
I
R.
didn't have a reference of how it's spelled right in front of my face. So, Ardonis, feel free to come take a look at this.
Okay, well, that 27 is really impressive. So, in the story, there is so this is the best part. So, these history checks are all filtered through the giant fan fiction that is written on all the columns that you read. That you spent all night reading. And
Okay.
so, in that fanfic of this guy and his bowl, he helped the gods defeat their parents. He helped, and one of the parents that he helped defeat was this guy named Zeus.
Oh no!
Gotcha.
What a stupid name.
Yep. And so, Zeus was cast out from Theros, and his child Heliod took over as a god.
Who was it that made this decision? Was it Wizards of the Coast? Is that what their name are, or is? Are they like a hive mind, like the Myconids?
So in the story, the guy with the bowl is the one who he used the bowl to deflect Zeus's lightning bolt back at him.
Oh, is that what the figure that's shooting two rays is supposed to be Zeus?
No. This is further on in the columns.
So that happens later.
Yeah, there's a rich tapestry of stories. In because it's all small. It's all tiny on the columns themselves.
Mhm.
So like
Hmm.
you need to be able to see very small to be able to even follow along, and it's
Like the
all
eyes of my new king.
yeah, and it's
So
but it's all also all very what's the word? It's all images, so there's no language, so you have to like interpret
Interpret.
things. And the
It's like
name the
interpretive dance.
and the name Zeus you had to figure out from like how people were standing and like their hands were positioned in such a way that you went, oh, they're spelling out the person's name as they're running away, and that name was Zeus.
Okay.
Yeah, so things like that. So the
Okay.
story is very complex in how it communicates. A lot of times you may not even know what a name of something is, but you'll have a concept of what happened.
so overall, is it like a chronological thing, or is it just a collection of stories?
It's mostly chronological, except it also has flashbacks in the middle.
Oh no,
Oh no.
a translator's nightmare.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, just a quick recap for me. The giants in the other room, that's Heliod, right?
Yeah, so that's Heliod, and the other one is Erebus that showed up.
Okay.
What's the little
And
thing off to the side there?
Huh?
I'm pinging something that's.
Oh, hold on, let me zoom
Do you just
out.
like
What?
accidentally?
Um,
It looks like a corpse. I think
that
it's just a corpse.
yeah, it is a corpse.
Okay, never mind.
oh,
Gotcha.
nice.
Oh, great, fantastic. Thanks for bringing that to light.
Yeah,
You
no
asked
problem.
for it.
You did
Literally.
ask, yeah.
The one thing as Ardonis is telling the story of everything that happened was that the only god whose parent was not defeated was Erebos.
Who's Erebos' parent?
He didn't have one.
Oh, wait. So you're saying Erebos was the only god that was not defeated?
Right.
Oh, so he had the bull. Or
And that would mean that it was Perforos after the bowl was broken. It would be Perforos that came back to fix it.
Probably.
So Heliod.
Close enough.
He what's his deal? Like what's he a god of?
He's a god of like order and like essentially order.
He's the god of the sun.
He's the sun god, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the sun, order, and like lawfulness, I guess.
Basically, he's like the sun god of civilization. He is the Zeus figure in these stories.
He's also an asshole that's trying to rule over all the other gods, but he doesn't actually have rule over the gods because none of them like choose to be under him. Really.
Yeah, no one god is more powerful than the others.
Self-proclaimed. Yeah, he's self-proclaimed leader.
I like that guy.
And that's why Crufix hates him specifically, because Crufix is all about the balance between everything. And Heliod tries to disrupt that by trying to take control over everything.
Also,
he's very lawful and control happy.
Yeah, relevant to me is also Phoenix is a big enemy of Heliod, and apparently
most
Phoenix,
of the gods are, to be honest.
Was the one that cursed me. Quick question: is my fur still green, or did it randomly change blue randomly after learning about this?
So that's the thing, right? So you found out, and sometimes when you look at it, it appears green, and sometimes it appears blue. It's almost as if you're still undecided on something.
Okay.
Oh, is that why the statue was?
Yeah, that's why the statue is blue.
That's why the. See, I knew the secret from the beginning of this game. I just didn't. It didn't click in my head that was why the statue was different colors.
Yeah. I knew as soon as you said that, I knew immediately that the statue was the clue. And I remember from many weeks ago that we started thinking about that, and then we just moved on to something else. We're like, that's weird.
Well,
Yeah,
we
'cause then
moved
a
on
bunch
for
of
like,
other
oh
stuff
shit,
happened.
harpies.
Yeah.
But I had it filed away somewhere deep in my subconscious. It's like that
Exactly.
statue is the key to something.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
And ever since that happened, Thorn isn't quite as normal. He's doing everything and like assisting with the puzzle solving, but he's kind of going through the motions, not really acting as his usual self.
Right. And just to be clear for RP, like the party does know, or was this just between Xeon and
I
Thorn?
specifically pulled Thorn away to tell him, but
Yeah.
I mentioned to Thorn that before I told him that he is free to tell the party if he so chooses.
I don't
But I
think
did not
he's
want to
told
step
anybody yet.
over bounds of his knowledge. Like I didn't want to go and tell everybody that everybody is secret without him wanting to know you guys knowing. So if he wanted to keep it to himself still, he could.
Got it.
Yeah, he hasn't told anyone yet, unless they heard them talking.
It's like I'm his best friend and I knew his deepest, darkest secret, and I didn't want to go and tell everybody before he told everybody.
Well, I'll just leave that up to Thorn then.
Yeah, unless
I
they
notice
see
you're
his,
being extra mopey, then I might ask you why you're being so mopey.
unless they can perceive his fur changing color, or if it's just Thorn that sees that.
Yeah, nobody's really noticing anything yet. So it's just Thorn. It's sort of like it's shimmering like an illusion.
That looks perfectly normal to Argos because he is at least a little concussed at the moment.
I think we all are after seeing what happened. In some
that
way
was
or
crazy.
Especially the way Eddie decided to phrase everything. He's like, "No, you guys are dead."
Yeah.
Like he didn't say you guys went down. You guys are unconscious. He said, "No, you guys."
That's because DM did the math real quick and said 30 feet times 30 feet is 60 feet. Oh wait, that doubles. That's 120 feet. Oh wait, that doubles again.
Yeah, I saw all the dice being rolled. I'm like, oh, something bad's happening.
I did go back and I think I deleted the dice. I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, you did.
Because that's instant death with that much damage.
Oh
well,
God!
The funny part is my heroic destiny like forgoes that. He's like, yeah, you thought you were dead, but now you're at 1 point. That's why I mentioned it. And I was like, I was so ready for Eddie to turn around. It's like, Xeon's at 1 hit point, but Argos is dead.
Well, the thing is, I have a backup character, and the way that I'm going to keep Argos alive is my backup character is so fucking ridiculous that Eddie will never kill Argos.
Do not tempt the fates. It's not that I will do it on purpose, but it's.
I know, I'm joking.
Well, I was ready for Eddie to just kill off Xeon though, because I didn't make it to level 11 yet. So I was ready for Eddie to just be like, "No, you're dead."
Yeah,
I'm like, now I have to make another fucking ranger so I can get to at least level 11, so I can at least feel how it feels like to be a level 11 before I walk.
But it was
never happened.
I think it was like somewhere around 600 points of damage that was dealt when I calculated it.
Yeah, that would be
600 something.
Yeah, I mean that's
easily like 6 times over.
But what if I cast shield?
We go through the shield.
I could have blocked that for half damage and then reduced it by a D12. It still died outright.
Yeah.
Jericho just tries to run through it.
But I think
that was freaking heroic, man.
I think it was like a 60 D6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It probably should have been more. I mean, because an exponential expansion over 9 would be 10 to the 9th to be. I'm not gonna do math. I don't care. We're still alive.
It was one of those things where I'm like, I'm just gonna multiply. I'm only gonna multiply this by the thing, and then like that should be more than enough.
Oh my God, there's an egg.
But Argos tried. Argos did his best. He was like, "I'm totally gonna catch you, Xeon. Don't worry about it. I got it."
The column's laying eggs.
No, those are the other Minotaurs. They're finally being reborn.
Yeah.
That being the case, did we get a chance? Is all this happening at the same time? Like we're still all fucked up, and then
we're just covering through.
Okay. So Go ahead.
Because by tonight they're going to be hatching from the eggs. So.
Okay.
Gotcha. So just to recap, just so we get back on track,
Uh-huh.
shadow is not coming from anything or from light itself. It seems necrotic and magical in nature.
Yes.
The face seems necrotic and magical in nature, with a face that slightly resembles what we think is Zeus.
Yeah.
Or possibly Heliod's dad, which leads us to believe it might be Zeus. Although we know nothing about Greek mythology, so
No.
what is Zeus?
Exactly. To you guys, it's just a no name.
Right.
I'm giving this to the players as information to the players.
Mm-hmm.
Not as a.
Is Phoenix related to like an actual phoenix or like a bird?
No. Phoenix is not related to.
Would
to
any of
phoenixes.
the gods? Because I'm not super familiar with all of them. I didn't do my homework.
Uh-huh.
Would any of them be related to a shadow bird?
No.
Not specifically, no.
Shadow birds aren't very
What about a
common.
regular bird that might have like some kind of negative connotation?
Maybe.
Erebos is just pure black, and anything that's necrotic in nature would be Erebos in general.
Well, and Athreos and
Well, yeah, and then I didn't even get to that point, Eddie. I'm not even touching on that shit. Basically, anything that's related to blackness at all, except maybe Farika might not necessarily associate with it too much. But
what are my colors? Black and blue?
No, blue and red.
Blue and red. Okay.
My character is the one with the black god.
Blue and red, which is passion and intelligence.
Nice. I like it.
So that's all we see in this room that's important is the shadow bird and the thing on the wall.
Yeah, there's
I'm gonna search the boxes and stuff like that.
The boxes just have supplies, and Bolsa has told you guys that it's they use this as a storeroom, so there's like cooking supplies. So if you raid through here, you guys can definitely get stuff to make a meal.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, so all these boxes. So does that kind of go for all the boxes and like the beds and things like that? It's just something that Bolsa and team.
This is all normal use stuff. Very well used. Every other items are very specific. Yes, but
so it's safe to say that anything amongst those items or anything related to those items that Bolsa brought here would not be native to the puzzles or the puzzle chamber here.
Right.
Correct. Okay, it's safe to assume that. So we don't need to spend time rummaging through anything else. All right. I think that's about all the information we're gonna get, unless anybody else has any other ideas about what's going on here. I mean, we already know that how the face interacts. For those that don't know on the stream and things like that, when Ardonis stuck his hand in the mouth, it cut off his hand, and in pain and fear and everything that follows with it, he fell backwards and landed on the shadow, which then engulfed his body. And some necrotic weird magic shit happened, and then some sort of abilities were bestowed upon him, and then the mouth spit out his hand at him, and by which I think he caught it or something like that, and then the necrotic magic that it was engulfing him sewed his hand back together. And then he also came out with more than just his hand back, but also the ability to resist what type of damage was it?
Cold.
He was now resistant to cold damage, which is closely related to necrotic in a lot of places.
Also, Eddie, I pulled up your stream and it's just showing your avatar and then the comment, like, subscribe part.
Oh, I probably forgot to switch. Thank you. Oot.
Well, at least they got a good podcast during this time.
No, that's just fine.
I mean, there wasn't really any visual representation that was necessarily going on too much, other than the eggs appearing that you can now see, or the actual images that we're seeing on there.
Yeah, it's streaming is hard.
Yeah. Oh, and then the hole that appeared at the end. Now you can visibly see where the hole is as well.
Which we can do there.
All right. So I think that's about as much as we're gonna get. Artonis, did you have anything else that you would want to interpret? Did you want to historically try and figure out if this bird is related to the actual story as well?
Ooh, yeah, I want to do that.
I think that's the only other thing that I can think of.
All right, roll with advantage. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So, the bird is a mythical creature that is not native to Theros. It was used as a way of helping heroes travel from one end of a continent to another.
Whoa.
But it also was used to send messages. Usually people would send it to fly over. So in the story, when the bull hero traveled to this other world, and he saw several heroes taking off in flight with it, when he asked them, what is the purpose? Like, are they just traveling? And they said, no, they are going to fly over an enemy town nearby to indicate to them that we are ready for war. We didn't want to attack them if they were unprepared.
Bird signs. Hell yeah.
They go over to the city and they do backflips. We call it flipping the bird.
Such a rich culture.
Get
it. That's actually based on one of my favorite jokes about where the word "fuck you" comes from. Have you ever heard the origins of where?
No,
fuck
please.
You? So back during the war between England and France, the longbow was developed, and the longbow, of course, the wood was made from the yew tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would pluck, they would pull it back and pluck it. Essentially, they're plucking the bow to shoot it. Well, the French freaking hated this bow, and so whenever they would capture people that were archers with the longbow, they would actually cut off their middle finger so that they couldn't shoot it, right? And so one of the things that that the British would do, because they found out about it, is while they were sieging like a castle, they would raise their middle fingers to the French and say, "I can still pluck me you."
Have you been watching that History of Curse Words on Netflix?
I have not.
Oh, awesome. Man. I keep passing it by because I'm like, oh, I'll watch that next time.
But my favorite part is it's a totally made up story that this one guy made up, essentially saying, because he said, we don't know where the word "fuck you" came from. No concept. We have no origin for it. So it's like, we can just make one up, and as long as it sounds...
Yeah.
The other one that I like for the origin of the word "fuck" is that it's an acronym, and it stands for fornicating under carnal knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's another favorite of mine.
I
But
mean, your story, the story is very believable because the pointer finger and the middle finger are definitely used to draw the bow.
yeah,
So it doesn't make sense why they would only pluck the one, but I guess,
yeah,
or I mean, sorry, not pluck, cut it off. But
yeah.
anyways, back to our game after that odd derailment of Eddie's fantasies. Um, brought to you by Ghostic.
Yeah.
Don't yawn.
Sorry, got ghost stick in my mouth again.
I'm
That
sure you did.
happens.
So I guess we'll take this back out to the statues. Ardonis, with your insightful knowledge of the actual stories, do you want to take another look at these statues and see if they're relevant?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's start with the white one, the one on the north side of the wall.
All right. 22. So in the story, there is this this creature that showed up that could turn things to stone. It was a large creature, and it had it kind of reminds you of how Medusas look because it had several kind of like things coming out of its head, like the snake hairs of a Medusa, but instead of being snakes at the end of these tentacles, it was eyeballs. And one of the eyes was going around transforming people into statues, and then
Eddie.
huh?
Sorry, I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish monologuing. Go ahead.
And so and it was said that the glen of its eye, this might be a weird translation, maybe gleam, glen of the eye is what caused the petrification to happen, and this is a Glenn second grade art project.
Oh, I get it. I get the Glen.
I also know a Greek mythology story because my friend is a history major. That is very fond of Roman culture. So I learned a lot about Greek mythology and Roman.
Okay.
The Romans quite adopted it. And in the story about Medusa, I forget the name of the demigod that fought the Medusa, or the guy that fought the Medusa, but he used a reflective shield in order to do so, in order to turn the Medusa to stone.
Right.
I'm gonna hold up the reflective shield just to see if it has any effect, or the reflective side of the shield towards the statue to see if anything happens in front of its face.
So the part that reflects on the shield in the story is not reflecting currently because there seems to be something on it.
Oh, and I just now noticed that.
Well, it's something that I mentioned before, but
okay.
Oh, we didn't notice.
Is it like a film or something that I can peel off?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for it, and I'll point it at the statue, I guess.
Okay, let's see.
Or point it away from me, facing the statue.
It's very satisfying to peel the film off of the shield.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
It's like the old people who buy a new TV and don't take the plastic off.
Mm-hmm.
Old people? I didn't do that one.
I mean,
My
still
point
not wrong.
still stands.
Yeah.
My point still stands. You know,
oh, that hits too close to home.
This is like for the older generation, you know, people born in the 90s.
Hey, that's me.
I'm there too, so.
Oh God, no, because there's There's this video I watched, and it's like somebody's like, this is a question for the older generation. You know, people born in the '90s, and I'm like, holy shit! If that's the
You're
older
like, oh
generation,
god.
Oh, God.
where am I?
I mean, we're not that far off, honestly.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. You pointed at the statue? Okay. Cool. Let's see here. That.
I know this is mostly like meta knowledge that I'm using to get here, but
I mean, Thorn could have told you some legends from Medusas.
Yeah, because Thorn knows about it.
closest fucking thing I got.
Okay. This statue, there's a gleam that happens where where the from the statue, and it hits the shield, and then it bounces back to the statue. And when it does that, the arms kind of like start breaking free, and the petrification starts to wear off.
Mm-hmm.
And the person collapses on the ground, shaking.
Is it the same person that was like? Does she visually look like what the statue was, or does she have a different appearance?
They do actually look like what the statue does, and it's this little girl. And she goes, "Glenn, I'm sorry. I promise. I won't participate in the art show, please."
I'll kind of prop her up and make sure she's not hurt or anything.
She goes, "I can't see. Oh, furry. Are you a kitty?"
That is what happens. Yes.
"Oh, kitty," and she hugs you. I was so scared.
I'll let it happen.
Thorn didn't say that. I said yes, but she hugs Thorn.
Well, she's having trouble seeing right now.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and use Farika's balm, which can heal, but it also cures one disease or neutralizes a poison.
Her bum, like her butt.
Balm, like a salve.
Oh, I was like, you're putting Farika's butt on her.
Yeah, that's how that works. I don't know if you knew that, but Farika's kind of weird.
Yeah, so the salve is actually from this tube that you squeeze out, and the top of the tube looks like Farika's ass.
Gotcha. You gotta finger her butt to get it out.
Yeah, and importantly,
it goes along with Argus's lube.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see them side by side on the shelf at the supermarket.
Yeah, they're constantly recommended to go together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, one of the ingredients in Farika's balm is witch hazel, which helps heal up minor cuts. So,
like Vaseline.
Yeah,
which is why it's used on the bum.
So, yeah, you use that, and her eyes kind of clear up, and then she goes, "Wait, you really are a kitty."
Yes.
I'll just nod in agreement.
And she looks around, she goes, "And then kitty, and a goat, and a bull, and a mushroom. Ew, I hate mushrooms."
How old does she appear to be?
About 8.
Okay.
The mushroom walks away because of that. The mushroom's just like, I can't talk to this kid, but I'm fucking out. I didn't jizz on this kid, but I'm fucking gone. Fuck this shit.
Oh god, phrases that come up in this game sometimes. Okay.
You're welcome. I said that explicitly because of the phrasing. You know this. You know me by now, Eddie.
Are we not using phrasing anymore?
No.
Sorry.
Alternate meetings is the whole purpose of our D&D sessions.
Yes.
Let's be honest. That is our pinnacle of RP moments, or just trying to figure the shit out.
So yeah, let me change this real quick.
I was actually able to heal someone with my Freaka's bomb thing. Because I can only do it once per day. Because my wisdom's 0.
That actually, your fur stops shimmering between green and blue and stays green.
I figured that would happen, yeah.
Cool. You actually solved one of your puzzles. It gives you 25 piety, so you're at 25 plus 32 piety now.
25 plus 32. So 57.
Yeah.
I mean, that puts you over the final piety achievement or checkpoint, and that's 50. So anything you get above 50 is just like
it just helps you stay. It just helps you stay so that you don't lose it.
Yeah, so like if you lose piety for like, I don't know, killing people, random citizens, right?
I'm back.
If you accidentally kill a random citizen in a fight, I mean, and you lose a piety, you're not going to drop below.
Yeah.
And if you gain enough piety, that means you can go around killing that many citizens. Right, Eddie?
That's how that works.
That's how it works.
Let me double check what stats I can bonus.
You also increase the cap of whatever you choose as well.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me because I don't have a 20 yet.
Yeah.
I'll just put it into dexterity.
Hell, you get a dexterity cap boost? Dang.
Oh wow.
Well, my dexterity is 12, so.
Yeah. No, I mean.
All right.
Yeah, dexterity or wisdom by 2. So the score is increased by 2, and the maximum for that score is increased by 2.
You could increase your wisdom to a +1, so you would still have 1 bomb per day.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I can see why you chose dexterity.
Also, I'm doing more archery, so it helps too. So I'm gonna help the girl over to one of the beds.
Okay, let's that.
I'm gonna go with you, just in case any more information comes about. And she also seems very fond of kitties, so more kitties wouldn't.
I also don't 100% trust this child.
I don't either, and that's why I don't want to leave you alone.
Do you guys want to see what that shield does for the other statue as well?
I think we want to have our Donus do a history thing on it first before we just go willy-nilly doing things, because I'm afraid that the shield might do something and then we lose a charge and we can't use it anywhere else.
Did the shield use a charge using the mirror side?
No, it did not.
I just want to be on the safer side. I'm gonna also actually, when I walk away, I'm gonna take whatever was draped over that shield, and I'm gonna try and just like neatly drape it back over if I can.
It doesn't stick anymore, so it keeps sliding.
Never mind. Fuck it. If bad shit happens from this, it happens.
They use cheap glue.
Or it's like every other thing, because I work in manufacturing. They put these screens over monitors and things like that all the time. Yeah. And what makes it actually stick isn't actually glue; it's actually static.
Yeah, it's static cling. Yeah. My favorite with all this is as far as that kind of stuff goes, is that the stickers that they put on apples have to be edible, and so the way that they stick it on there and the sticker and everything in it has to be edible without killing people, and so you can actually eat those stickers.
Yes,
yeah. But it's actually not vegetarian. It's made from it's like animal glue. So if you're a vegetarian and you accidentally eat one of those stickers, you lose piety.
Yeah, you
lose vegan piety for buying it too, because it has the stickers, so you can't even eat.
Yeah, you are financially helping the murdering of animals for glue. Man. All right. Anyways, the girl is on the bed.
Yeah, I'll make sure she's
And a ghost dog.
okay first before leaving to assist the others.
Cool. You guys have
Okay, so that's
solved
two puzzles down.
Actually, that's 3 puzzles down.
Did knocking a hole in the wall solve another puzzle?
Nope. Your puzzle was much simpler. You had a conversation.
I knew that was what it was gonna fucking be. I was getting mad and I was talking to myself and I'm like, that's what I fucking knew it.
Just having a conversation with your family.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up later. I was gonna be like, I know how to solve my puzzle. I'm gonna go talk to Bolsa, and I don't know what was gonna happen next, but
yeah. But you traded
yeah.
And this happened in the RP, guys. But he traded.
Catch a gift you received his parents.
Yeah. Let's see.
You now know the names of your parents.
Well, what I was gonna propose as being the solve for my puzzle is Argos wants to be a hero, and so what a hero does is save everyone. So he was gonna go to Bolsa and be like, "What can I do to help relieve the stress on Heliod and help you solve this problem with the portal? Because being a hero, I need to save people."
Fuck Heliod.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, no, but coming in with the banner, essentially you were asking for the banner of the people, and that is that's essentially what you're getting is your grandmother's plate mail, the demon plate armor.
Oh right, I forgot you got that. Yeah, that's your gift.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Your gift is grandma.
Yeah.
I'm totally happy with that. I'm 100% happy with that. And I'm sure Eddie is pretty happy getting that fucking helmet out of the party. I'm not actually disappointed getting that helmet out of the party because stylistically, walking around with this bedazzled helmet is not really Argos's style.
Hey Kyle, what's your grandma's name?
Actually, I do have a name for her.
Oh shit.
But he doesn't know it yet.
Shit. What's your grandma? You don't know your own grandma's name?
My family. Oh man, my family has been living in
the underworld.
Yeah, basically, they've been living in shame for so long.
Mogus does that to people.
But just as a reminder, because you're gonna have to change some things, you also lost your ball and chain.
Why did I have to lose my ball and chain? That wasn't. All I had to lose was the.
No, I said it. I said it.
Oh, I thought you were just saying the gem.
No, the weapon with the gem in it. Like you have to give up the whole thing. Essentially, because the armor itself also is a weapon. You have to give up your weapon so that he has a weapon.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Can I? I'm sure they have spare weapons around. Can I get a? I mean, I was using a maul before. Can I just have a maul?
Well, if you had the maul before, you can keep the maul. The thing is that specifically the armor is a weapon that you can use, and it acts as a +1 weapon. It gives your horns a +1 weapon.
Right.
It's magical for the purposes of that, and it also gives your spells cast. I believe. I don't know if I.
Sorry to be that guy.
I didn't see that in the description.
Okay. Sorry. I need to add that. I'll add it to the
Gary.
thing here.
Gary, get the maul. Gary, no, the other maul. Yeah, that one. Grab the maul. Thanks, Gary.
Gary, I need my big stick.
There.
All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because it's essentially a +1 everything. It's a +1 because it's also a spell casting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which
it's a focus too.
Yeah, it's also a focus as well. Which I don't know if. Oh yeah, and is a spell casting focus as well. I did write that down. And hold on. It's because I moved some things around, so that's why that happened. Let's see.
Does this mean Bolsa or whatever his name is Argos's grandma?
Nope. Volsa just was using Grandma's plate.
Or you guys share the same grandma? Wait, you guys are all
whoever wears the armor is Argos's grandma. That's how it works.
I am my own grandma. Yeah.
Okay, I heard the song. I am my own grandma.
All right.
It's like a title that passes down the family.
The grandmother is a title. So now you're now Granny. you're now Granny Argos.
I don't agree. I don't agree with
Granny
that.
Argos the windbag.
Character
where
development.
do I add a permanent +1 to my spellcasting modifier?
You can just add it and your
So on the back end, hold on, let's let this load.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Don't let me
spell save DC mod has right on the top left, and then
if you click the gear next to spells, I think you can change
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm looking at right now. I just don't see.
Let's see.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry about me. Keep going.
Well, I know for the spell save DC modifier, you can add it there, but as far as like spell attack modifier, I don't know.
I'll just put it in. I'll just manually put it in because I can do that. Oh no, I can't. I have to actually modify something.
So let me check right now because your spell save DC is at 17, spell attack bonus is 9. So if I go to spell save DC mod here and I say +1 and hit enter and we go back to your spells, your spell save DC is now 18, but the other one is still a 9. So global magic attack modifier +1, hit enter, and now you're at 10. There you go.
Woo! Thank you.
Yep.
And I saw what you did there, so I know how to fix that.
All right.
Well, maybe Argos is just going to turn into a fisticuffer for a little while, I guess, until he can get a hold of another great weapon.
Oh, that's how you put multi-classes in here. Sorry.
Yeah, there's so many tools, and it's hard to like get everything in one go.
I never really took time to read this page because I was like, oh shit, lots of information. I'm not going to touch that. I might fuck something up.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do, but it's not very intuitive. You have to really
That's how I've
tinker
lived
with it.
so far.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been tinkering with this thing as much as I can. I just haven't touched this gear yet. Except for the expertise. I did change that.
Yeah.
I have expertise.
So night descends, and
Yeah, I got to step away for 1 sec. I'll be back in
no
a minute.
problem. And Argos, you witness your parents hatch from an egg.
Do I recognize them?
Yes.
Oh, Jason and Persephone. Mom, Dad, it's been so long.
I address my parents by their actual God-given names and not mom and dad.
Well, they're minotaurs. I don't know.
They look at you and go, "Oh, little Argos,
How could you have never told me the true fate of our family?"
They look at you and they go, "Because you have a big mouth."
Well, he is the windbag.
I do. Well, it completely changes my worldview knowing that our family is so nobly sacrificing themselves. And even though I'm not going to be able to tell the world about what you're doing down here, I will live to redeem the name of the Killbreakers in the rest of the world. The eyes of the rest of the world.
They hug you and they said, when you were born, the stars aligned, showing that you would have a great destiny.
I learned it by watching you.
Your mom goes, "Wait, I thought we locked the door."
You can't keep me out.
You did.
Um,
Ma'am, you did. You did lock the door.
Ah, goodness sakes. Okay.
do they have a spare weapon that I can use just so that I can modify all my stuff while we're doing this? So
they do have some weapons. It would be a normal weapon, non-magical, but you can choose any great weapon.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I can't really do that. I'm just gonna have to go fists for a while until I get a magic weapon. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble.
What's wrong with fisting?
You don't have a way
What's
to
wrong with it is I have to change out all of my attacks and my formulas for my attacks.
That makes sense. Just make a new one.
I already have a ton.
You don't have a way to make your weapon magical.
What do you call a ton? Because have you seen my character sheet?
No, mine isn't as bad as yours, but I still have a lot of stuff going on.
So you have seen my character sheet.
Hey, man, when you
I saw your character sheet that you built for Diego, and so I assume.
Gotcha.
You guys are actually really close as far as how it is on here.
I could do more, but I haven't added sharpshooter to literally everything I could do. Like I could add sharpshooter to already be rolled into like throwing weapons that I have, like darts and daggers. But I'm not going to get.
As of right now, Argos has more.
More macros.
More macros set up. Yeah.
Oh, he probably does because he has more spells than I do, and those spells that if he dropped them in from the compendium, they would have already been connected.
No, I enter mine manually because I'm old, and that's how I do things.
Well, if you ever feel like not doing it, if you can find the spell in the compendium, it automatically does it for you.
Yeah, but it doesn't add the attack triggers and stuff, does it?
I mean, you have to know to click the button yourself, but it automatically does the macro.
Yeah,
it does. You have to activate the macro, but
yeah. Anyway.
I'm back, guys.
Like I got Hunter's Mark, and I click on Hunter's Mark, and it automatically rolls the damage for it.
Right.
All right. So the only one that's left with figuring out what their thing is Xeon.
Am I really the only one left?
Yep.
Wait, so me telling the secret to Thorn was his reveal?
Was for Thorn, and then him making the decision on healing somebody with the balm is what triggered him making his choice.
Gotcha. Okay.
How
So
would I
we
make the other choice? Pretend to be Glenn?
Yes. Probably. Essentially, God of lies.
Yeah. Essentially, not choosing to not heal would have turned your colors. So
Interesting.
Just kept everything a secret maliciously, and you would have pleased Fenex.
I should have just stabbed her to see what Eddie would do.
See what Eddie. What would Eddie do?
Oh, good.
All right, so that kind of helps narrow down everything. Like I mentioned before the session started, once we got down to like the last person that we haven't solved for, it would be much easier because we ruled out a bunch of factors. So this kind of almost solidifies that this other statue is intended for me. Just to recap on the hints and stuff for Xeon specifically that we know is we found a couple notes before on the skeleton body in the top bottom corner. The first one saying, "I knew I was inhospitable," which for those of you, because I don't think this was streamed, inhospitable is a reference to the title that one of my characters named Spite had. So it's a indirect way of saying that this is actually my character Spite that I used to play in an old session or old campaign. But I know I need to let the truth out. Eddie gave me a hint that this truth was about somebody in the group, and being the secret keeper, I instantly knew, that was Thorn. So this section of the note was a hint towards Thorns. what's left on the note we haven't really figured out entirely. It says, "And I never knew that my honey would be stolen, but the moon led me here." My thought process on this so far, and everybody else can give their interpretation afterwards, is honey probably refers to as spouse, because Spite did have a wife um named Melissa, who is not a skeleton, believe it or not, as so found out through entertaining backstory and character development in that campaign. She she was still quite alive. Um, it, and then it said, "But the moon led me here." Now, the statue so far, the red statue, we have known as the Huntress of the Moon, and her name is Diana. So we assumed that the Huntress of the Moon was related in some way. We deduced at some point that this statue is in fact looking at the shield, and we've deduced that possibly, or I've deduced that possibly the statue looking at the shield means that the shield has something to do with solving this. I recommend that we go ahead and or follow up with what we were doing before and have Ardonis take a look at the statue just to possibly solidify things that we already know. And then before that, if there's nothing else that needs to be done with the statue, I say we go through the hole, because I feel like the shield, the hallway, and the statue are all related to what needs to be done. For my puzzle, I guess is what we call it.
Okay.
My answer might be in the abyss on the other side of the hole.
Alright. So, let's
Statue.
go. Where did you disappear to?
Me? My character's not on the screen anymore for some reason. What that? Oh, you know what it was? I drew a box to select the little line that I drew, and I definitely
you
might have accidentally selected
yourself
the character model.
Okay.
There we go. So I say we meet up back at the red statue.
Okay.
I also have 1 hit point, which I need to reflect on my character sheet. I never actually did that. Or no, I got healed a little bit, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't remember how much.
You got the hit point. He healed Argos.
Okay. Well, whatever.
So, history on the statue. They're actually, little Mr. Perfect over here with a critical roll on the advantage. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this. Your history checks have been slowly, like you got an 18, a 19, then you got low, but then you went 18, 19, 20 pretty much. So
never have I used history so much in a game.
It usually doesn't come up very much unless it's super roleplay heavy. So
history and survival are severely underused in D&D.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, survival.
It's a new superpower.
Yeah. Survival.
Eddie uses survival quite a bit, actually. In different ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. It exists. Survival for me though is like usually a moot point, because somebody's always an outlander or whatever that has like I can just go out and get food for everybody, and I'm like, okay, well, there goes me rolling survival for everybody.
Like half my characters.
Yeah. So the history of the statue is and how it connects to the story is that they're part of the whole story with the gods fighting the other gods is that they fought somebody named Diana. And Diana was a moon goddess, and she got banished away. But later on, if as you're connecting, you're threading all the information that you've been given. If they were looking for somebody named named Melissa, which is what the which has come up, there is a connection there as well because they do run into somebody that was probably a Melissa when they were traveling through different worlds. This was probably around the second or third season in the storyline of the fanfic embedded in the columns. And one of the things that they did was they hopped over to this world um, that was dying, and they saw a bunch of people kind of like teleporting away into another dimension, and all they saw in the world was two giant Tarrasques that were really big.
Of course. It's always the fucking Tarrasques.
Fighting each other, and as everybody disappeared and the gods left the world, the stars disappeared and the world was plunged into darkness. And they portaled away, and just as they did, they were attacked by a lich, and the lich threw something at them, and the world that they traveled to happened to match the world that everybody else they saw escaping went to, because they essentially it was like the only algorithm left of where to go, and so they didn't know what to do about the lich, so they just buried the thing that it threw at them in that world, and then went about trying to find their way through. But briefly, they saw the skeleton speaking with this woman in a very tender way, as if they were in love. The skeleton was wearing blue overalls and a straw hat, and he kept talking about his chickens. And she had
Was he holding a shotgun? Did he actually finally achieve a shotgun?
Not yet.
Not yet? No? Okay.
And she, with her shocking black hair and grave-looking face, which matches the way the statue looks, was comforting him. And when they looked up to the moon, they saw a wolf there, a dog-like wolf there. And it kind of looks like the ghost dog that's been walking around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got out of the story with a critical role.
Awesome. You got the entire story. Fantastic. Interesting. Eddie, have you been playing my character? How dare you?
What?
How dare you? I'm just kidding. So, Eddie wrote in the chat using character. Fuck you, Eddie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did nothing.
No, it's good. All right. So, awesome. So I think that kind of fully finishes out what the necessity of the actual statue is. It kind of confirms that the statue is indeed what is trying to lead me in the direction, like the note said. I believe the shield was the answer. I believe the shield was also the answer to try and launch something down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time we take a look at the hole in the wall. Is everybody in agreement?
Wait a second. The statue. So this statue, it is of Diana?
Yes. Well, it has a name engraved, and it's a female, so I assume.
So it's a moon goddess of some kind.
Yes.
And the wolf is moon related.
Not necessarily. It's related to spite.
Well, Spite and Melissa looked at the moon and saw a dog. Oh. Wait, is this a dog or a wolf?
Yes.
Both. It's a dog wolf.
It's a
Dogs are wolves.
It's a husky.
And it looks like a ethereal
We're not wondering about its size, Eddie.
spirit.
Look.
Wait, did you guys talk to it already? I can't remember.
Yes, I tried. That was the first thing I tried doing because when we originally found this, it was in the cage with the pile of bones that are in there. So,
What did you communicate or?
I didn't physically talk to it because I don't have speak with animals, but I decided to read its thoughts. I told it understands me, but I can't understand it. So I told it, that I was going to read its thoughts, and that's how it could communicate with me. So I'm basically, it talks to me like the myconid talks to us.
Wait, so what did it tell you?
To read the note.
Oh, really?
It basically showed me where the note was in the pile of bones, and I would ask it questions, and it kind of just reassured us that the statue was already a part of what we needed. I guess how long has it been since that happened, Eddie? Not long, has it?
So it's already nighttime, so it's been a few hours.
Okay, so I wouldn't have detect thoughts going still.
No.
I don't think. Because detect thoughts lasts how long? Info. It's concentration for a minute. So, yeah, that's definitely long gone by now.
I realized actually my devotion to Nylea, I have the ability to speak with animals. If that helps at all.
Let's see, Nylea. You're at least
it's probably not
25.
classified as an animal anymore. Eddie's probably like, this is an undead now.
When a beast is about to attack you, make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a different target. You can speak with animals with number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier. Minimum once. Regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. And you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. There's so much anti-poison in this like devotion stuff. They're like we are so tired of the enemy killing players with poison.
The party's being wasted by poison.
It's literally every god that has green in it is like because green is the focus of poison thanks to Farika. Like green is poison. Like so green is usually associated with that. Or nature. Poison's associated with nature and things like that.
That's cool. You also get Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah.
Wow, how lame. You just get general Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not that bad.
With animals, yeah.
Pretty good.
It's just an alternate hex. In a way. Yours lasts longer than mine does. You concentrate on it. Like a spell.
Yep.
Alright, so is everybody in agree or I guess you could try talking to the animal. I'll turn to him. I'm sorry, friend, I can't read your thoughts anymore. The spell has come and gone. My friend here has the ability currently to speak with animals. Would that be alright?
So Ardonis walks over and says, "What's up, dog?"
It responds back in its bestial nature with roof.
I was hoping he'd say that. It's a roof. So is this dog? Is he like following us around, or is he just like doing his own thing?
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Marking his territory.
Yeah.
Doing dog things.
Doing dog things. All right, so
Fucking
then I guess it is sounding like we're gonna go down this hole, huh?
The dog's been fucking Eddie's mouth. He's into that shit.
No, not really into the whole bestiality thing.
No, he's a ghost.
Yeah, more into the humans though.
I'm pretty sure as Laura gave it when you mentioned the story is the ghost chooses you, not you choose the ghost. Anyways,
Okay.
that's enough of that. Maybe could you ask the our new friend here if he knows the way
Ghost dog.
to Melissa?
You know the way to Melissa.
You didn't have to pause as much as I did. I was eating, but
He's trying to be an accurate translator, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the pauses that are important.
Very good.
He moves over to the statue and pause at the place where pause at the base of it.
I'm gonna examine the base of it. Is there something different about the table or thing that it's standing on that I didn't recognize before?
So the base of it has, the phrase that we have established before of
Diana, Huntress of the Moon, or whatever it is.
Yeah, and let's see here. Where did it go? Here? Yeah, here we go. And all that. There's not much else on that base that really stands out.
What's the statue made of?
Human flesh, technically.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's
Well, I don't know if you guys, if I know I said it before, but our redheaded kid, Cameron, whatever his name is, he saw the person get petrified and become that statue.
Was he talking about this statue or the other statue of someone petrified?
I believe it was the red one that we're all standing in front of. Well, you all are standing in front of. Now we all are. That's what I believe.
Are we going to have to do is Argus going to have to do a history check to get a confirmation from Eddie on that one?
No, I think we should just use. I think we should just use the shield on it and see what it reverts to. I think that's the easiest solution.
All right, I'll hold up the shield in front of the statue's face again, and I don't hold it up like a shield because I physically can't do that anymore because Eddie said the straps broke. So I hold it up to the face.
The same thing that happened with the other statue. It like energy shoots into the shield and then shoots back at the statue, and it begins crumbling apart and comes to life. And give me one moment here.
And roll for initiative.
Yeah.
While Melissa just kills us all.
Well, she is very strong.
She is very strong, and I think that was the joke. Because the anime that she's from, or the anime character that you based her off of, that I'm quite fond of, because you did this on purpose. She is very much a demigod in that show. So,
do I still have her stats? Give me a moment.
I don't know.
Yes, I
Did you write them down?
I did.
Eddie already prepared a digital spreadsheet or digital character sheet for her because he knew this was going to happen while she kills us all.
Speaking of which, did we get a chance to do any healing or anything?
No.
You guys had you guys had a short rest, so you can use your.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because.
We have just enough healing in the party to keep people, like, get people up from being unconscious, but we can't really heal substantial amounts.
Yeah. So she comes back to life, and she kind of she falls down on the table. As she does, she immediately waves her hand, and an eye appears over her head, looking around at you guys.
An eye?
Mm-hmm.
Like floating?
Yep.
An eye appears over her head.
Over her body, yeah. And while she's on the ground and she's looking at you guys, she goes, "Do not try to mess with me. I will destroy you if you attack."
Do you, by any chance, know the name Inhospitable?
The eye looks at you and she goes, "I do know that name. How do you know it?"
Well, it's written here on this note that I got off a skeleton over there that we were trying to figure out this puzzle, and I just assumed 2 and 2 went together.
She says, "Hold up the note for me to read."
To the eye?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm not really sure. Are you okay? Do you need some help?
I'll be fine in a moment.
I hold up the note. I put the shield down and I hold up the note.
All right. She goes, "Oh, that fool. Are all his bones there?"
I assume. I didn't know kind of what they all seem to be there except the hand doesn't seem to go with everything else.
Do you mind if I have it?
Fuck you, Eddie. I made a reference. Can you have the hand?
The eye zooms in and she goes, "I see it in your pocket."
What hand?
You took the hand.
Did I? I don't
Yes, you
think I
did.
did. I just took a note.
Well, I said you got the hand, and you never said that you put it back down, so you have the hand.
I never said I took it.
Yeah.
I thought you did take it.
Yeah.
I vaguely
No, I took
remember
the
you saying
note.
that. Did he take his arm?
You guys are just throwing this in there. Okay, if I have the hand in my pocket, Eddie, that you're so retrospectively putting in my pocket, assuming I even have pockets, sir, I give her a hand.
What?
Right?
All
All right.
Give her a hand.
Yeah. She takes it and she stands up. And she goes, "Step back away from me."
I take a step back. Sorry, I'm adding up things.
She then proceeds to using the eye. She moves down to the cage.
I'll follow her at a distance.
Yeah, she puts the hand on the skeleton, near the skeleton, and she whispers something, and the skeleton starts putting himself back together again until he fully reforms. And
Makes sense.
And he goes, "I knew if I waited, you'd come back." And she goes, "Ugh, just let's get out of here."
That is what the other note said here.
She points to the wall, and a giant portal appears, swirling, and her and Spike go through it.
Does the dog go with them?
Nope.
Are you guys forgetting the ghost dog?
And she turns around and she goes, "Oh, we don't need the moon anymore."
What?
Oh, I get it.
I don't get it.
Wait, do I get it?
Anyways, the dog starts. The dog now kind of like whimpers a bit, but then he starts moving towards you and stays by your side. Your gift is a free pet.
Oh,
You've been wanting a free pet forever.
Yep.
Awesome.
Does it come with the stat block and already implemented?
He is going to be very loyal to you. And I lost where I had it, but I will give you I'll link you the stat block.
Wouldn't be a first time, Eddie. Wouldn't be the first time you lost it.
Yeah, I know.
Now we have 3 familiars in the party. That's awesome.
Now I need to
All
get
right.
the Find Familiar spell.
I have used all of my hit die.
Yeah, I used most of mine too.
I had to use all of them just to get back to 80 hit points because I
Hey.
rolled pretty good on a few of them.
Hey,
But-
Xeon. Make an open hand attack against the wall while you look at me.
Why?
Just do it. Trust me.
Like, you want me to punch the wall? Like,
Yeah, don't punch it hard.
deliberately?
Yeah, deliberately, but not hard. Just like punch it.
Okay, I pressed my fist on the wall.
You feel 6 hit points better.
That's not how that works, but
I don't get it.
it's his feet. But you have to attack.
Yeah,
an
I
enemy.
know.
What's wrong with his feet?
You can hit me. I still have full health.
Oh, look at me over here. I don't take any chances and do stupid shit. I just have
Hey,
other
man,
people do
I cast Featherfall.
it. That's true.
You're right. He did do stupid shit. He should have just let us go. Like, he should have just let us go out. Like, we weren't even falling. Like, come on, man. How would we fall like feathers? This is a horizontal movement in
It
every
slows you
shape.
down. It doesn't specify you have to be falling down.
Yeah.
So
That's actually it's a throwback to 2nd edition where you could stop people from getting thrown into things. At least that's how Mike always ran it. I don't know if it's actually a 2nd edition thing.
Anyways, hey guys, we have a couple new problems now. Let's reconvene back with the others.
All right.
I guess we'll like reconvene in a collective space. I don't know. I assume Thorn is still with the child, so we'll meet up with the child and Cat.
Okay.
So we have a few more problems that we might want to address. First, we didn't take care of the other prisoner necessarily. Are we leaving him there?
I have no idea who this kid is, but I somehow have just an internalized genetic dislike for him. And I kind of don't mind just leaving him there.
Based on what he told us, or told you? I don't remember who he was talking
Well,
to.
he talked to you and then he tried to attack you.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I don't like him either. And then our other issue, Thorn has a child now.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we'll see what we have to do with her.
And then
we can leave her in the underworld.
Oh, that's Thorn's new familiar.
Thorn also has a pet now.
Yeah.
She'll be our backup Gary.
Our backup Gary.
Gary too.
Oh, Gary finally has a girlfriend.
One thing that does stand out. One thing that does stand out is that her clothes do not match you guys at all.
Hey, is she reading a book?
Yeah, she. Actually, yeah. Thorn. You notice that she's actually reading your book.
Uh-oh.
My journal
Yeah.
or my spell book.
Your journal.
I checked my holster to see if my journal was there.
No, it's gone.
Oh, dang it, she took my journal.
Got to
Dang
keep
it.
an eye on that one.
I'll move over and try to. I'll ask her why she took my journal,
She goes, I was bored. I wanted to read something.
and then I'll gently take the journal back and give her back my spell book and tell her to read this instead.
She
See
goes,
if she can actually read my spell book.
She goes, this doesn't make any sense.
My spell book is a weird combination of Sylvan and Leonin to make my spells.
Oh, I can read that. Here, let me see. I want to know if I'm smarter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna take the book from the kid.
She goes, these patterns are boring. The other one had pretty pictures. Notice that pretty pictures. I believe your journal is where you keep your dissections of things.
Yeah, it's where I keep all my research. So
Yeah.
It's got full of diagrams of like human bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, she wanted to see the pretty pictures.
And Silverleaf and
Can I roll insight to see how intelligent she really is?
got Parika's button it.
Yeah, go for it. My eyes.
Oh, they're terrible. I have no idea what's going on.
No, she's just a little girl. About 8 years
Thorn-
old.
Thorn doesn't know how to interact with children.
No.
Well,
What was the name of the guy in the cell?
hello, little girl. What was your name?
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
Eddie's got to figure out a name on the spot now.
She looks up at you and she goes, I am Princess Watanabe.
I knew you would be.
Damn it.
What? Great. Well, very nice to meet you. My name is
what?
Argos.
Rich is like, I don't know what's going on. It's a reference. I don't know.
It's one of Mike's kids, one of the Star Children.
Yeah, from the first campaign.
Uh-huh.
Basically, Mike, one of the guys that played with us, he had a gnome that
no, that's the wrong reference.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
It's not one of Selden's kids?
Oh no,
it's
it's not. Is that the chick from? Is it when we went in the low level campaign, in the same campaign as Spite? It was the princess of that kingdom where we went to for a little bit when we were trying to hunt down those the gay vampire couple. Is that her? Like the friend? She's like a friend of one of the girls with the keys. Right? Am I remembering that correctly? There's some princess that we talked to.
Yeah. I remember Watanabe. I just can't remember.
I remember the name.
Yeah, exactly.
She is human, right?
Yes.
Or what?
She is looking human.
But she can't read Leonin or Sylvan.
Nope.
How dare
Oh shit, she's one of the Hag's kids, right?
Oh. Wait. How come I know her name, but I never met the Hags?
Because that happened before we joined.
Oh, I probably just heard a story. I probably heard you guys telling the story.
You heard the story, yeah.
Because I joined that session after you guys met the Hags.
Well, I never played with them either. I never met them in that game.
And that would explain why she thinks the dissection diagrams are pretty.
Yeah, she's Princess Watanabe. She says she's Princess Watanabe of Watavaria.
Well, pleased to meet you. And then I go about introducing myself. And have we asked her how she got
Petrified?
Here? How she got petrified?
Well,
we already know.
Well,
yeah, we know, but we need to ask because it's part of the story.
She goes, well, I was we were having an art contest, and Glenn decided that he was
Glenn's
the
big guy, the big round guy with just one eye and then a whole bunch of eyes out of the top of his head, right?
No. Only when he got angry would he transform into that.
Yeah.
But he was he was a boy in my grade, and I just wanted to be in a contest with him because I liked him, and he got upset with me and transformed, and he turned me into stone.
Argos, I put a hand on your shoulder. I was like, hey.
What's up?
Let's put her in the cell.
She's just a little girl. I read books just like that when I was growing up, and nothing bad ever happened to me.
While they're talking, I'm gonna slip the journal back to her and take my spell book back.
She flips the page and she goes, "Ooh, harpy blood."
And then I'll ask her, do you know anything about harpy blood? Have you read this sort of thing before?
Oh boy,
Well,
here we go. Story time.
well, it's hard to really put a thing on it because in my class when we were learning about harpies, it was for Greek mythology class. And what happened during Greek mythology is that all the Greek gods were very petty, and these heroes came along and they said that they were tired of the Greek gods, so they got rid of them. And they teleported them to another plane of existence. And then all the humans got upset that the heroes meddled in their life, so the heroes created the Shadow Realm to hide them from the normal humans.
Hmm.
And they put
And that's where you go when you lose a duel with an
Yeah.
Egyptian.
and they put a miasma so that when we go to the human realm, we look like people too.
Oh,
Unless
fuck. God damn it.
unless you're able to have enough emotions that you break through the barrier. And the only gods that were trusted were Bahamut, Shar, and Childers.
Are you sure that's how it's pronounced? I thought it was Chitters.
No, there were no rats in the pantheon.
Well,
And
wasn't he a rat himself?
no, he was a skeleton.
Of a rat.
And let's see, who was the other one? She was really pretty. She was named after a flower, I think. Lily? No. Stargazer.
Yes. Totally. I love that flower.
Stargazer Lily. Yeah. And so they were the only gods that were allowed because they left the humans alone. And they agreed to not interfere with people's lives. And so when gods would come in from other worlds, like Ra or Odin, they would get kicked out to out again, and were told, "No, you were not allowed. You mess with things too much."
Do you know where you are right now?
I'm not in the Shadow Realm
You're right. You made it out of the Shadow Realm. You finally won the duel.
because you guys aren't human, so I thought I was safe.
Well, yes, we aren't human, but there are humans here.
Yes, this is
Or
a
what we
different-
assume to be the same kind of humans. Or whatever you appear to be right now.
Yeah, you can be yourself around us. You don't have to be in your human form.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Don't know.
Oh, no, God. You did this on purpose.
No, he does. He has no idea what's actually what. I mean, I don't either, but
She's just going to turn into a hag.
it's awesome.
Good thing when none of us look human.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but okay.
I mean, it makes sense within the logic of the game. It's like, yeah, what do you know, why are you wearing a costume
yeah.
for anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Drops the disguise self.
Rob's disgusting.
Well, they don't have any free ones, so sad face.
That's all right.
No
We can-
hags. Oh.
There's no there's no free hags.
You're a free hag. That's right, I said it.
Only on Tuesdays.
All right. I'm.
They have this though. The fuck is this?
What?
That works for
A
me.
mind flayer riding a beholder.
Oh my god, it is a mind flayer
Oh,
right in a
shit.
beholder.
When would you ever need to use this?
who what player
Why is this one free?
what player did you piss off that you need?
You guys actually, believe it or not, you basically fought this because you fought Painless, the Mind Flayer, and then right after that, I based the end boss, the Mechagon, on a beholder.
The thing is that it bothers me to have a mind flayer on a beholder, especially since for me, beholders were always like a superior creature, and so like for me, I always pictured like the beholder with a mount instead.
Oh yeah, but this would be the situation where the Mind Flayer actually overwhelmed the beholder and consumed its brain.
Oh jeez.
Or the beholder's the
nice.
one in charge, and he just wanted a turret on his head.
Which would also be, yeah.
Oh my god! See, that makes a lot more sense. It's sort of
Yeah.
like the barbarian with the pocket cleric.
Yeah.
There you go.
Goliath.
I mean, we basically had that. We basically had a pocket cleric, except instead of writing a barbarian, he wrote an artificer's defender.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It was basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good partnership. Hey, I'm gonna ask this mushroom lady. I'm just gonna kind of, now that I've seen this small child turn into a hag, which is not really too threatening. I mean, she doesn't seem all that harmful right now. I'm a minotaur after all. Anyways, I'm gonna give her a little nudge on the shoulder and eye her outside for a second.
Okay. They move outside.
Do you know, quietly, of course, do you know that girl or tag princess
Thing?
Watanabe of Watavaria is a long lineage of Watanabes.
Is she dangerous?
Only some of them have been dangerous, others have been very helpful.
This one in particular, do you know?
This one in particular, no, I do not know.
Okay. How do you feel about her?
She seems to not be attacking, so
That's a good sign.
that is a good sign.
Should we help her? I mean, here's the thing: is we've got a lot of heavy shit that's been dumped on us really quickly. We're fragments of heroes that stretch across all different sorts of multiverses, and apparently all of our fates are kind of aligned. And now, we've got these heroic destinies here. But you seem to know a lot more about what's going on than we do.
Well, I can take her back. Now that you have all received a powerful boon that will aid you, I can guide her back to her home.
Is that where she would be best served?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait, who are we guiding home?
We aren't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I meant we can guide her home. It's so difficult to speak in Myconid sometimes.
You can take Glenn too.
Glenn was awesome. Glenn was into mushrooms.
So
you're right. We should probably leave him in the cell.
So she goes back in, and she says, "Follow me. There's I can take you home. Although
I'm gonna pull you to a side.
Hold on. Did she jizz on the kid first? She has to jizz it, or sorry, it has to jizz on the kid first before they can talk. Eddie.
Yeah, spores go onto the hag, and
I'm also gonna interrupt before they can leave.
Yeah.
And really quickly turn to my journal to the page where I sketched the I think it was called the preservation table. The table that was using blood to trap souls. And see if she could tell me anything about that.
Oh, the hag, yeah, she Princess Watanabe looks at it and she goes, "Oh, man, he really splurged on that. That is Melona's phylactery."
So this creature that you call Melona, the one that we call Falarian, Does he exist simultaneously in multiple worlds, or is he focused here? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, he did this thing where he time looped himself, and then all of his clones, after he was defeated, all of his clones got released from the time loop at the same time.
So they
One
may
of them
have
ended up
in-
being a chicken, I heard.
Okay. So if we remove if we destroy Falarian in this world, will it protect this world? Or is it still going to be vulnerable?
Spur of the Moment says, this world will be protected from this version of Malona.
That makes sense.
That way Eddie can keep reusing his same villain over and over again. So there's never a lack of antagonist.
As long as it's a new build and something interesting, it's
the same guy.
It's
the
fun.
same guy.
Technically, this is Falarion. He grew up. He had his own life.
Mm-hmm.
He's just influenced by the goals of Malona.
Yeah, but he's not my chicken, though.
No, although the chicken did take over a realm, so there's actually now a dimension that is full of chickens.
Please,
I like it.
please let there be that specific chicken that I thought was funny as a joke that I named Malona.
So when I
fragment of Malona.
Yeah,
when I cast
Malona's a
banishment,
planet
it sends people to a harmless demi dimension, and I'm pretty sure that demi dimension is full of chickens.
So now there's a dimension that has taken over, and they have nuclear power, and it's run by the chicken that escaped from that was Spite's chicken, his chest chicken.
The one that actually died being melted to death by acid. He's actually still alive in another dimension.
Yeah, because the phylactery was still alive, so they were reborn.
The phylactery. Gotcha.
So this is a phylactery for Malona, like the original, not Falarion themselves.
Yeah, Falarion himself is not a lich.
Okay.
But he is a reincarnation of the lich.
Well, Malona is to Falarion the way Argos is to Jericho.
Or the other way around, but yeah.
Or the other way around, but yeah.
Oh,
basically.
fuck. He has his own campaign? Ah, shit.
Well, no, he's the same. It's the same spirit in a different body.
Yeah.
And it may have had different experiences, but it's the same. It's kind of deep, man.
Wait. You mentioned before that we have souls of Children of Stars. Does that mean those other two also had? I'm confused.
Yes, they also had fragments from the stars in them.
The being Melissa and Spite.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I like how Eddie just used the Kingdom Hearts thing. They're all the same, but actually different.
Wait, so are they the same as some of us?
The same as you. The same as, and the same way that Andrew is Spite, and that Spite is.
I'm trying to RP that shit without fucking asking it. All right, Kyle. God damn it.
Well, I mean,
Spur of the Moment moves up to Xeon and says, Spite and you share a common bond. In the same way that Melissa and Malona share a common bond. Not every spark of Malona is evil.
Wait. The fuck?
Don't worry about it too much. It's just a rabbit hole.
No, I'm not worrying about it. Eddie just dropped some fucking lore that we never learned from that campaign. That's Melissa is actually a reincarnation of the big bad dude that destroyed the fucking world.
Uh-huh.
And you're just trying to gloss over that. I can't believe it.
That's because I was halfway.
Elevation. A guy that destroyed an entire reality, a reincarnation of it, was my fucking wife at one point. All right.
Well, we all have issues. I'll tell you that.
A reincarnation of my Xeon's confused. Wait,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me do a.
does that make her
quick
also my
pause.
wife, or is she not my wife?
Who's married to who?
Argos is hungry. He's gonna go
Or
get something.
Okay,
or
to eat.
here,
we
hold
share
on,
a bond.
hold on, hold on. Give me. Let's stop real quick.
It's not
Okay.
gay if it's in a 1, 2, 3 way.
All right. Comment, like, and subscribe here and on Twitch, and support me on Patreon. Thank you.